Hey guys, Bianca Zamora here, your favorite credit coach, and today we are going to be discussing the strategy of a pay for deletion letter. Okay, and how to use it, how to make it work for you, depending on whether or not you're getting a response. Now, please note that the pay for delete letter is different, or the pay for delete strategy is different from the goodwill or good faith letter that you may send in for like a late payment or something like that. It's similar, but it's a little bit different. So I'm going to be going over, again, a pay for deletion letter, how to utilize this strategy to have negative information removed from your credit report. And again, this is whether or not you're receiving a response back from the creditor or collection agency. As always, you can book a free credit repair strategy session with me by clicking on the links below or by calling our office at the number listed, 702-434-4414, and you'll be able to speak with me directly about your particular credit needs and challenges and the best strategies to fix them. All right, so let's get right into it. What is a pay for deletion letter and how do you use it? So a pay for deletion letter is basically when you're asking a creditor to delete an item from your credit report in exchange for your payment. As you know, in most cases, creditors are not required to delete an item after you have paid it. So if you have a late payment and you bring that late payment current, the creditor does not have any obligation to delete the payment that they have already recorded on your credit file. Please keep in mind that that late payment can remain for up to 7 years, right? Another example is if you have a non-medical collection account and you decide to go ahead and pay that collection account. Simply paying that account does not remove it from your credit report, and it can actually remain for up to another 7 years from that date. However, you can use the pay for delete strategy to have a creditor obligate themselves to remove that collection or whatever item you are asking for in exchange for your payment. Okay, and I'm going to go over the steps to do that now. So step one, when you're implementing the pay for delete strategy, is to send the creditor or collection agency a detailed letter, fax, or email stating exactly what you want. Okay, you can contact me for a free template letter using the Linktree details below. But basically, your letter has to be very detailed, saying, you know, I am requesting that you delete such and such account from all 3 of my credit bureaus or from all of my consumer files in exchange for a payment in the amount of blankety blank blank. You will have X amount of days to reply to this request. You also have to make sure to include that you have not released any of your consumer rights because you still have the right to dispute the information and request full validation of the account details. So there's a lot of little details that you need to put in that letter to make sure you are not releasing any of your rights when you are sending out this deletion or this pay for delete letter. Again, I do have a template that I can provide you for free. You just need to go ahead and message me using the Linktree details below. Now, if you decide to mail the letter, you need to send it certified so you have confirmation that the company you're sending it to actually received it. Okay, if you send it by email or by fax, you should get an automatic confirmation, that they've received it. But if you are sending it by mail, you have to send it by certified mail. Okay. You're going to wait a few days to give the company time to receive your request, and then you're going to actually call the creditor to confirm that they received your letter or your request, and you can go ahead at that point and ask them when you can receive or expect a response. Depending on what they say, after that amount of time has passed, you can go ahead and continue on with the next steps, okay? So if you receive confirmation that the creditor is going to move forward with your request, then you just go ahead and move forward with the terms stated in your letter. If you told them that you were going to pay them in full, you have to send them, certified funds showing that you were paying them in full, or you have to make your payment, by debit. If you get a confirmation from the creditor creditor that they're going to remove the account in exchange for your payment, it honestly does not matter how you pay them as long as you have proof that you made that payment. Okay, so you can pay them by check, by certified funds through, a check from the bank, or you can pay them from your debit card, from an ACH, as long as you have some kind of documentation, even a money order, that you went ahead and paid the amount that you stated you were going to pay to them. You want to send that payment in exchange or in addition to a copy of the original letter that you sent to them, and whatever confirmation they sent you saying that they were going to remove it in exchange for that payment. Okay. At that point, the creditor should take no more than 30 days to remove that item from your credit report. And you just want to make sure that you retain copies of all the documents that you have sent or received from the creditor. That way, in case they don't do what they say they were going to do, you can submit all that paperwork to the credit bureau, and then the credit bureau will be compelled to remove that information from your report. Okay. So that is if everything goes smoothly, right? You send the pay for delete letter, they say, okay, we're going to do it, and then everything goes smooth. So what do you do if you don't receive a response, right? Because that's usually the issue that a lot of my clients have, is they send in these pay for deletion letters and the creditor does not respond. It could be because maybe they didn't send it to the right address, or maybe the creditor is just too busy. But in most cases, the creditor is not going to respond to these letters because they don't like to do extra work, right? They just want their money and move on with their next client or their next collection. So in most cases, or if you don't receive a response, that is why. They're just too busy and they don't actually want to send you something in writing to confirm that they're going to be going against what their other collective is doing. So as you know, creditors love to leave information on your credit report for the full 7 years. Very rarely are they going to want to give you something in writing saying that they're going to remove it. So the way that you have to go about this, if you don't receive a response, is to take the following steps. Okay. So again, you sent in the original letter stating, you want to pay X amount in order for the creditor to remove the item from your credit report. You sent that by certified mail if you sent a letter, or you sent it by email, or you sent it by fax. Okay. You did not receive a response. Okay. That's where we are right now. So what you're going to do is you're just going to move forward and assume the agreement. So if they did not send you back something saying we're not going to do this, you have to then assume that they're going to do it. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to send your payment by check or certified funds only. You cannot do it by debit. You cannot do it by ACH. You could also do it by money order, okay? But you have to send your payment in a way where it's actually a physical, tangible document that you're sending in. In the memo section of your check or money order or certified fund check from the bank, you have to state payment in exchange for deletion of account number blah, 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 blah. So whatever your account number is with that creditor, or you can also list the original account or the original amount, as much information as you can put in this memo section of whatever account you're referencing you want to put in, but sometimes you're limited to a certain number of characters or space. So you want to just make sure you put payment in exchange for deletion of account number, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then you're going to send that payment along with a copy of the original letter that you sent to them and proof of the certified mail receipt through another certified mailing. Okay, so you're sending a copy of the original pay for delete letter that you sent in by certified mail or fax or email, right? You're going to send that with the payment. Okay, and you're going to send another letter saying, pursuant to my letter dated blah, 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 attached or enclosed is a copy of the certified payment and the original request that I submitted. Okay. And you're going to send that by certified mail again, right, to make sure that, again, you have the paper trail of what you are doing. If the payment is then cashed or processed, then the creditor has just acquiesced to your request since they have not objected to it, right? If a creditor or any person does not object to something that you are requesting, then they're basically agreeing by not saying anything, right? So again, if that payment is cashed or processed, the creditor has just obligated themselves to remove that item from your credit report. You have to keep a copy of all the documents to send to the credit bureaus in case the creditor does not automatically remove the item within 30 days, but you basically have all the documentation that you would need to then compel the credit bureaus to take that item off your credit report if that creditor has not, already done so. So I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, again, you can always contact me through my link tree or by clicking on my scheduler page below, and I will help you further. Again, we give free consultations, so I hope this helps. Make sure you share and like this video, and have a great day.